Hello, my name is Dr. Michael Mack, one of the residents here at the University of Calgary, here to explain to you about cataract B intercapsular tissue phaco divide and conquer level 2. In this particular exercise, you have to remove the remaining lens quadrants. I usually just keep it on quadrant removal 1. The only difference is that I set my irrigation to continuous. So you put in your secondary instrument first, and then you put in your phaco tip. When you're using the phaco tip, you should try to use aspiration to engage a piece, bring it towards the center before using ultrasonic energy. So that was a relatively good example of what I described. For the next piece, all I do is, again, I try to use a little bit of aspiration, bringing it to the center, and then finish off the rest of the piece. That way you're away from the posterior capsule and the anterior capsule in the safety zone. Same thing there. You notice I just rotated my phaco tip a little bit. And for the last piece, all I use is the secondary instrument or the push-pull, or whichever one you want to use, just to rotate the piece into an area that my phaco tip can engage. And then I just completely consume the piece, and the level is pretty much complete. So you take out your secondary instrument and then take out your phaco tip. And this looks relatively clean. So let's take a look at that one more time. Here I've insert my instruments. I'm using aspiration to engage the piece. I bring it to the center or the safety zone. There I've accidentally engaged another piece, and I think that's okay as long as your tip isn't leaking ultrasonic energy. That should generally be fine. So here I'm just turning my tip around a little bit. I engage the tip, and then I just use a bit of ultrasonic energy and I clean up the rest of the lens piece. Finally, I use my push-pull. I rotate the quadrant around. I'm pulling in, and then I just finish off the last piece. So that looks pretty good. Remember not to be in foot position 2 or 3 when you're exiting the eye. So I scored 100 on both attempts. Let's take a look at some examples of what you shouldn't do. So here, I'm engaging the piece in the regular manner, but I've accidentally put my foot pedal on position 3, and now I'm burying straight through the lens. So that's not great because you can accidentally engage the posterior capsule and cause posterior capsular rupture. You want to make sure that you're engaging the piece, then bringing it to the center so that you're in the safety zone. And here in this particular instance, you're going to see that I accidentally break the posterior capsule. So here I'm engaging the piece, and then I'm chewing it up. You notice a wrinkle in the posterior capsule, and look, there's an opening there in the back, and the posterior capsular has been violated. So clean up the rest of the piece, and if you don't leave your foot off position 2, you're just going to create an AC collapse demonstrated there. So thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe for more videos.